Hello and welcome to the StudyTravel TV studios in London. I'm Matthew Knott.
And I'm Nicola Hancox, bringing you the latest StudyTravel news stories.
The headlines this week: South Africa's ELT industry back on track.
Big increases in revenue for IDP Education.
And London's international education sector gathers for government protest.
First up, positive signals from South Africa then, Matt.
Yes, indeed. Members of English Language School Association Education South Africa recorded a 15% increase to more than 10,000 international students in 2017, bringing the sector back level with the peak of 2014 before a student visa dispute with the government restricted enrolments.
Education South Africa reached an interim agreement with the government in late 2016, meaning that 6-month plus study permits could be issued while member schools undertook a registration process with the Department of Higher Education and Training.
A significant proportion of the growth was driven by the largest source market, Brazil, which increased by a whopping 55% to almost 2,000 students. Saudi Arabia became the second largest sender, following a 39% rise.
There was also strong growth from Italy and France. Overall, agents accounted for 65% of all students at member schools in 2017.
Very good. And staying with the positive vibes, higher education-focused agency chain IDP Education Limited has announced a 27% increase in revenue in its financial results for the second half of 2017.
The Australia-headquartered company reported total revenue of $242 million Australian dollars, while EBITDA, earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortisation, rose by 38% to $50.3 million compared with the same period in the previous year.
The company said that there was strong growth in IELTS testing, which IDP co-owns, as well as the student placement agency business, particularly for Canada and the UK. IDP also integrated the Hot Courses University Listings portal into its business in 2017.
English language schools, universities, international students and MPs gathered in London this week to call on the UK government to remove international students from migration statistics under the slogan "Stand up and don't be counted."
Business organisation London First called for the post-study work visa to be reinstated, and Mark Rendell, chair of English UK London, urged the government to instill a supportive business climate for UK ELT.
Our intrepid reporter Georgina Deacon was there dodging between the placards and the rain, and you can see photos of the event at www.studytravel.network.
And now for a roundup of some of the other news stories this week. Cambridge Education Group has announced a new pathway agreement with Illinois Institute of Technology, its 7th institutional partnership in the USA.
Agents are highly trusted in Thailand's outbound student business and often act as a valuable mediator between students and parents, according to a new British Council English UK report authored by Hannah Alexander-Wright.
UK-based ELT provider Bell has announced it will move its London school to a new location in the Bankside area of the city from April.
The Ardmore Group, a UK-headquartered provider of camps for junior students, has acquired Universal Language Training, a specialist ELT teacher training institution.
Staying in the UK, the University of East Anglia has unveiled additions to its international summer school portfolio for 2018, including a first split campus course in partnership with the university in Amsterdam.
New Horizons, a provider of IT and project management training in Australia, has been approved to offer its qualifications to international students and has opened a new campus in Melbourne.
And finally, the International Association of Language Centres, or IALC, has spoken about a recent scholarship programme in partnership with Japanese agency association JOS, assisting Japanese students volunteering for major forthcoming sporting events.
Photos from that ceremony are in our Grapevine photo gallery, along with StudyTravel Alfie Asia and English UK's marketing conference. That's all for this week. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.